Hey, how's everybody doing out there? I'm going to touch base, run through a couple tunes from the session. I'm sure you'll recognize them. Let's try a capo on this one here. Well, there's a couple things there. I've been taking some time looking at the modes lately. And for example, if we take the C major scale. That's the Aeolian mode. The Aeolian mode is the first mode because it's off the first degree of the scale. So if we play all the same notes that are in the C major scale, starting on the second degree of the scale, which is D, you get the DeLorean mode. The third degree would be the Phrygian mode. The fourth degree, the Lydian mode. The fifth degree, which is G, you get the Mixolydian mode. Then you have the A, which is the Aeolian mode, or it's the same as the natural minor. The seventh degree of the C major scale is the B, and then you have the Locrian mode. And then we go right back to the octave, so you got the C major scale here. Now the interesting thing that I find is too, is that to be able to improvise and jump around, it's interesting because all these all these modes are all the exact same notes of the C major scale. So when you're working with one of these modes, you know, if you look at if you work the same things, you can make that sound different by actually featuring kind of different notes, not only starting necessarily on that root or that certain degree of the scale, but if you work it like a root third and fifth, every other note from the root, the third and the fifth, if you hammer in those, it'll make it sound totally different. And so that's a big difference in the modes, because man, it sure makes a big difference, I'll tell you, in improvising and knowing what and when to use them. And I know from improvising that without thinking modes, without thinking scales in a feel, that it's nice to be able to transition, to try to actually put a name or figure out what am I structurally doing as I'm improvising. Great. So I thought I'd point that out. I hope everybody's enjoying their night.